Greetings, all of you sweet, sweet honeybees out there in the hive. Welcome to the Electric Honey Pot, where energy is the nectar of life. I am so very grateful that you are joining me today. My name is Everbee, the serious bee spirit, and I am here to deliver a very special message for a specific honeybee within the hive. This message is not going to resonate with absolutely everybody, so please always use your discernment. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for those it is meant for. I do trust that if this message has found you, that there is something within it that you are meant to receive. It is a timeless message, so whenever it's crossing your path, I trust that it's right when you're meant to hear it. I had quite a few notes come through this morning as I was hypnagogic. The main energy that I'm getting from what was coming through is that whoever I am speaking to, your life is in this great period of expansion. Whether you are expanding in your personal development, your confidence, your artistic abilities, your skill sets, or maybe you're expanding in your career, you're expanding in your family, in your relationships, expanding in your spiritual path. This reading definitely has this energy of expansion. I had the note come through, house is expanding, and the house to me represents our vessels, us, the identity that we are currently inhabiting. And the whole reason why you are experiencing this expansion within your house is because you're focusing on the magic. You're creating this expansion by believing and knowing that magic is real rather than focusing on the doom and the gloom that this world tries to suck you into. It's been raining a lot today. I know the sun is out right now, but where I live, it's been raining today. And, I think the rain is an absolutely beautiful thing, but there are people out there in the world that hate the rain and they see it as this negative thing. And life is all about learning how to see things from new angles, how to understand different perspectives, because that's part of creating the magic, is being able to look at the world in a different way, and that allows your house to expand. There is an emphasis on the importance of play, using your imagination, keeping that inner child alive in whatever way you can. We live in this world where so many things are designed to stifle that imagination and that creativity within us. We work all day, we have all these bills, there's all these expectations from the people in our lives and society. And so we tend to make ourselves small, or we don't have the time, the energy, or the resources. We tend to do a lot of brain rotting, doom scrolling, consuming rather than creating ourselves. And Spirit wants you to really put some focus into allowing your imagination to come to life, however that looks for you. There is also this message of protecting your baby because you don't know others' intentions. So maybe as you are learning to create and embrace this imagination you have, this beautiful imagination that you should move in silence until you are ready to birth whatever it is that you are creating into the world, because you don't know other people's intentions. You don't know if they will steal your ideas. You don't know if they will send evil eye. You don't know if they will set you up for failure in some kind of way. Or there are some people that even plot your downfall, and they may hear what you're working on and they may try to trigger these sensations of guilt and shame within you to prevent you from pursuing these ideas that you're having. And Spirit doesn't want you to do that. Spirit wants you to protect whatever it is that you are growing and you are creating. Spirit would not be implanting these seeds for you to water and to grow into something if it didn't want you to birth them into this world. And Spirit just wants you to keep that energy contained and not allow other people to siphon off of that energy and prevent your ideas from being birthed into the world. There was also this message that came through of Spirit removing the moles from your house. So maybe you have experienced losing people in your life. The more you have been embracing yourself, the more that you've been growing. Maybe you've been losing people from your life. And that's okay, because Spirit is just removing the things that are not meant for you. Maybe you have noticed that you have lost followers if you're on social media, if you've lost followers or subscribers because you are being authentic, you are creating, and you are sharing more of your soul and yourself with the world. Maybe you've noticed that you've lost people, and that's okay, because you don't need people that watch you from the shadows and don't actually support you. The more authentic you become, the more you're going to lose, because you're taking off of these masks, these expectations that were forced upon you by other people, by society, by systems that sought to keep you small. You're not focused on staying small. You are expanding, and you cannot take the moles with you as you expand. Because the I hear someone like hacking in the distance. It's like they're purging. It's this confirmation. Spirit is purging what does not serve your highest good. Spirit is removing the moles so that you can continue to expand. You just have to stay focused on the magic. Hold on. Sorry, my neighbor was interacting with my dogs, stirring them up. Spirit will tell you where to go next. You don't have to try so hard. Just learn how to surrender, observe, go with the flow, listen to your body, really tap in and connect with your spirit to know what your next move is supposed to be, because the universe is always guiding you. Spirit is always guiding you to what is meant for you, what you're supposed to do to lay down the next brick on your path. This creation that you are bringing to life, this expansion that you are experiencing, isn't supposed to be this painful, laborious process. It is supposed to be something that flows organically and feels good. Growth doesn't always feel good, but it should be something that makes you happy to do. It is something that it shouldn't have to feel forced to you. Because if you feel like you're having to force yourself to do something, there's either a block that you should be questioning why you feel forced, if it's something that you truly want to do, or if you should be doing it at all if you're having to force yourself to do it. Because you should never do anything that you don't want to do, right? This life is about finding joy and finding happiness and doing things that you want to do. It should flow naturally. And do not get hung up on the time or how long it may be taking. Don't compare yourself to others, because comparison is the death of that creative energy. It's the death of the magic. It's the death of expansion to compare, because your journey is unique to you and it's not supposed to look like anyone else's journey. The message came through: no time is truly lost, even when the hourglass breaks. So by this message, it makes me feel like, we're living in this world where so many people feel like they're running out of time. They're running out of time, but they're missing the point of the present moment and what they are gaining from the present moment and the experience, the journey of it all, because they're so focused on this time. And when you slow down and you focus on the magic, you surrender and allow spirit to guide your path and to show you where you're supposed to go next, instead of focusing on this timeline. I have to get this done at this time in order to achieve this. When you allow spirit to do it for you and you're just fully present in the experience that you are having, no time is truly lost because you're gaining everything that you are meant to gain from the experience. I know I have been reading for quite a minute going into the notes. I don't think I'm going to pull very many cards today. I think I'm honestly just going to pull a single card for a piece of advice. But before I do that, that energy of the rain and seeing things from different perspectives, I have this book of poems by this poet that I know. Her name is Kelsey Mahaffey. She is a poet that is based out of Nashville. She released this book recently. It's called No Fault of Water, and it's a book of her poems. I just felt guided to open it to a page today before I got on to relay these messages. And what I opened it to, I feel like, is really relevant to this energy of expansion and learning how to see the darkness or the rain of our lives from a different perspective. So, this poem is titled The Last Monsoon, and she wrote it in the summer while in New Orleans. Soon they'll beat it out of you, the waves. Trapped inside, you make love to bourbon in bed while I float into the long gray color of now. Open windows give rise to rain. Water laps the floorboards like a pack of eager tongues. I listen and try to speak, fold myself into wet sheets. If we ever get out of here, I think we will someday. The city surrounds itself with water, preserves its own ghosts. In the flooded streets, puddles burn, reflected flames, and this is what we call proof. The moon buoys a blackening sky. Above us, someone is processing something, drowning photographs in a darkened room. I paddle after memories, the dry, rough scrape of beard on skin. Thirst builds, a gulf between us I grow. High tides are permanent, and collision is mute. Who said evolution is linear? I claw for feathers, swallow gills. What is it again I'm waiting for? Time cycles on endless repeat, incessant fingertips tapping the glass tank. Vision slurs. I try to pray to fire, but I'm no longer welcome. I will play out the long last note when the glass cracks, when the rain stops singing. Someday we'll land, naked and shivering, among the shards sputtering into the fresh bruise of sky. Get up, don't you see? Here, even the wind has legs. 2. Trapped, I float in the flooded flames, a black, drowning room. Thirst, mute, I swallow. Cycles tip the glass. When, someday we'll land the sky. I had to sit with that for just a moment. It feels like this message about just allowing things to be and being in the present moment, not placing so much pressure on yourself to rush somewhere and trusting the process. Who says evolution has to be linear? You are losing these things from your life, but that doesn't mean that you're moving backwards. things may fall apart so they can come back together in an even more structured way. Your house is expanding regardless of what it may seem like you're losing, because the more that you lose, the more room you have for new things to come in. And you're not behind. Just because it's taking you some time doesn't mean that you're behind. It doesn't mean that you're wasting your time with the things that you're doing. Let's get a card for a closing message. Please, Spirit, just one card for a closing message for this reading. Oh my gosh. Okay. 20. Taking off. Talking about expansion. Wind blows and water flows, pushing me towards my goal and giving me the lift to raise my soul. The energy of water, the wind flowing, allowing spirit to carry you to where you are meant to be, not rushing the process, just trusting in the process, not being afraid to lose things, because if you lose something, it was never meant for you. It was just here to help guide you to where you were meant to go all along. I love this message. This is beautiful. You're growing, you're expanding, you're evolving, you're taking off. Yesterday, I passed a mural and it was Dr. Seuss. It's popping into my head now. Oh, the places you will go. You're going somewhere great. Just trust in the plot. Trust. I was about to say trust in the plot. Oh my gosh. Trust in the plot of your life. You are the main character and the plot is thickening. Keep focused on the magic because it's getting good. I'm going to close this out here. If this resonated with you, please let me know down in the comments below. I absolutely love to hear about you and your journey, this beautiful adventure of life that you have been on. Please be sure to like this video. That way this message can find the next person that is meant to hear it. If you would like to book a personal reading or check out any of the other spiritual services that I offer, I have linked my Buy Me a Coffee page down in the description box below. If you are interested in coming on my podcast and having a fearless conversation, that way we can share perspectives, learn, and grow together, please be sure to check out my website, electrichoneypotproject.com, and submit a contact form down at the bottom of the webpage. No topic is off limits because discomfort allows us to grow. Well, as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, month, year, and life. Remember to be curious, question everything, and trust yourself. Most of all, stay sweet, honeybee. Sting when it counts.